Welcome to the Squeaky Wheel Farm. In today's video, I'll be sharing some valuable tips on how to harvest and store your potatoes. I've enlisted some helpers. So let's get to it. To harvest potatoes, you want to wait until the foliage above the ground has completely died back. This tells you the potatoes have reached their full maturity and are ready to be harvested. Gently dig up the potatoes using a garden fork, a shovel, or your hands, being careful not to damage them. The skins are very delicate. We planted 3 types of potatoes. Red Pontiac, which has a creamy texture when it's cooked. It actually might be my favorite. We also planted Kennebec, which is a white potato. It's really prolific. Some of the largest potatoes I've gotten have been Kennebec. And then we also planted some russet potatoes. I had some russets in my pantry that had sprouted, so we threw them in too. We've had some problems with potato scab in the past. Now, if you've never seen potato scab, it looks like rust. It's just a blemish on the surface of the potato, and the potatoes are still edible, but they won't store long. We had to use those first, and some of them I even canned for longer storage. And there's a couple things you can do to prevent potato scab. First thing you can do is choose a scab-resistant potato variety, and that'll make you less likely to have potato scab. The second thing you can do is avoid planting potatoes in the same area year after year, as that increases the likelihood of the scab pathogens building up in the soil. But the most important thing you can do is ensure that the soil pH is at the right level for potato growth. Potatoes will actually grow anywhere from 5.2 to 6.5, but if you keep the pH below 5.5, you're less likely to have potato scab because the pathogens can't grow in that environment. So what I've done is I have spread a bunch of sulfur in these 2 rows, and that in hopes of lowering the pH enough that the potato scab can't reproduce and affect my potatoes. Russets and Kennebec are 2 varieties that are less likely to be susceptible to potato scab. The red varieties, they have thin skins, and what can I say? They're my favorite, so I still plant them. I'm happy to report that we did not have any problems with potato scab this year, so unfortunately I don't have a picture to show you, but I think that was in part due to the varieties that I chose and that I spread so much sulfur just to make sure that we wouldn't have that problem this year.
Looks like each bucket's right about 11-12 pounds. We've gotten 6 buckets. We've gotten right around 66 to 70 or so pounds of potatoes this year, so not too unhappy about that. So I'm gonna take this load into the basement and put them on our table that we have and lay them out, and then put newspaper over it, and that way they can dry and cure for about a week or 2.
And here are a couple partial wheelbarrows that didn't get included in the weights. So our total for this year for the total harvest was 94 pounds, and that came from 2 double rows of potatoes. Once you've harvested your potatoes, it's really important to properly cure them before storage. Lay them out in a single layer in a cool, dry, and dark location for about 2 weeks. This allows the skins to toughen and any cuts or bruises to heal, preventing decay during storage. When it comes to storage, choose a location that is cool, dark, and well ventilated. A basement or a cellar is ideal, and you want the temperature to remain between 40 and 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Now my basement averages around 55 degrees, so close enough. That's where we'll be storing our harvest. Avoid storing potatoes near fruits and vegetables that release ethylene gas, as it can cause the potatoes to sprout prematurely. Remember these simple tips for successful potato harvest and storage, and you'll be able to enjoy your homegrown potatoes for months to come.
That's all we have for you today. Thank you for watching, everyone. Make sure to subscribe. Hope to see you again soon. Oh, one more thing.
Thanks for watching. Oh, and one more thing. I hope to see you again soon.